Hey everybody, welcome to QueAquatics and Exotics. My name's Susie and tonight we're doing a chat and I have a very special guest. But you don't get to see him until after.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.
I'm sorry guys, I know you might get tired of it, but that never gets old for me. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So tonight, thank you Candy so much for posting all those links and putting it out there, and thank you Bob. This is awesome guys. But I don't want to talk about all that stuff right now. I want to introduce Bob, which needs no introduction. But this is probably the only reason, he is probably the only reason I ever started doing live streams. Guys, Bob Steenfott.
Oh, you're gonna make me blush.
Well, it's the truth.
Oh, this is not very exciting. I should have done something better than a black background. But we know black backgrounds are the best, so.
Yeah, black background looks good because you're all in gray. It'd be different if you're all in black, then you just be that floating head.
Oh, I did that too, just to play with it.
So how is everybody tonight? Look at this. No, for real. Like, I saw people doing live. I was petrified even just to do my videos. But I saw you do live, and you were so real. There was nothing pretentious. It was like, I remember a couple times you were like, I don't even know why anybody's watching me. And I'm like, this is awesome. Like, this is great. So I think it took me about 3 months.
So apparently we have echo.
I do?
Apparently I do.
Ooh.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
Oh no, echo. Echo, 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 echo. I wonder if there's something I can do to fix it, probably, because I got controls, but I don't know how to.
I'm gonna put on headphones and see if that helps.
Ah. He said, or Kaler says, or reverb. Hello, Codfather. Look at everybody in the house. Thank you guys so much. How do I already got 2 thumbs down? Come on now. Black background.
That comes with the territory.
That's crazy.
Any stream
it's
I'm
me,
in.
Susie. Candy's saying it's me.
Well, Kaler's saying it's me.
Oh.
I'm trying to listen. I don't hear it.
Is it still me? Good evening, everybody. Hey, Candy. Hey, BJ. I'm so silly. Candy, how's this? Is this any better? Hey, Carrie. Hey, Lisa.
So I
Lisa's in the
think
house.
I can hear it when I talk. Your microphone is picking up your speakers.
Oh. How do I fix that? If I turn my speakers off, I don't hear you.
That's true. Oh no, she says it's better.
Okay. Yay.
So maybe it wasn't.
No. Echo gone. Perfect. Hey, Susan. Oh, and Lisa, thank you so much for coming. Deemer! Deemer's in the house. Bob and the echo. Okay. No, it's Bob. It's not me, it's you. No, that's some funny stuff. All right. So I'm glad you're back, and I'm so happy that you're able to join us tonight. We're going to talk some fish. Don't have to, though. We're going to talk some plants, because I heard you might be interested in a house plant. or maybe have a house plant. We're going to talk about aquatic plants because I would love to learn how to propagate aquatic plants better.
So I do like houseplants, but I know nothing about them.
I love houseplants. Actually, I just started a plant channel. I think I have like 4 videos out so far because I was making trellises, and right now I'm building a little mini indoor greenhouse for some of the sensitive plants. I absolutely love houseplants, but something happened in the beginning of the summer when I was taking them outside on the porch, and I put them on the porch shelf, and when I turned around, my hands were black. I had ants crawling all over me. This was coming from my living room. I was freaked out. Everything got tossed into the pond. I just threw things away. I was like, it was horrible. And I figured it was done. I'm not doing houseplants because I can't have that kind of thing going on. And I think it was Elizabeth, One Fish, Two Fish ROC, taught me about leca, how to grow houseplants without soil. I'm like,
What?
wow, I could do that. What? I could do that.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I'm telling you, they use those little clay expandable balls that we use in aquaponics. And you just plant the plant, and the roots don't go in the water. The roots will find the water. It's just amazing. It's amazing. So now I'm doing another one with like zeolite and stuff. Apparently plants do great in it. Because most people kill the plants because of overwatering. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yep. Overwatering. Ooh.
I'm still trying to listen to the stream. I don't hear an echo anywhere, but I'm going to wait just a second.
Please hit the like. Thank you. Oh, I think we have a super chat. It's hard to see on eCam. Oh, a super sticker. And I got my notes up. I can't see what it is. Oh, I have to go see what it is. It's $9.99. Thank you. It's a hippo character spinning around in his chair, arm flung up in the air like this. Not that, I'm going to equate myself to a hippo, but still. Thank you so much, Bob. That is awesome. I'm actually going to put that to use, maybe not so much for my channel, sorry, as much as my birthday is coming up. And I want to treat myself, well, to fish, so I guess it is my channel, right?
It's your channel. You do what you want.
That's right. Ooh, ooh, sounds better on my end. Good. Good,
All
good,
right.
good, good. So thank you
I'm going to let it go then.
Yep, it's fine. Are you texting people asking if it's okay?
No, I'm just reading chat.
I give up. Just talk.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's good enough.
Awesome.
We can move on.
Awesome. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, you can grow houseplants without soil. Because I'm getting pretty deep into aquaponics. And this is like a semi-hydroponics. And apparently plant people pay for fish poop. They call it fish emulsion. And I'm surrounded by it. So
Yeah, that seems like a good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to buy fish poop, send me a message.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Any poop. I got dog, I got human, I got fish.
Well, apparently bird poop is really good fertilizer, but dog poop is not.
Probably because dog doesn't have the ammonia like bird.
Ah.
It's really weird that I know that, but
It is.
it's the reptile side of me.
I love it. Speaking of reptiles, do you still have your skinks, your water skinks?
I have one water skink. I did have the pair, but he did kill the female trying to mate.
So I still have my 2 fire skinks, but I think they're both male. They haven't killed each other, but they haven't mated. So I know you had some difficulty setting up that terrarium, paludarium, whatever you want to call it. Which do you think is easier to set up and maintain, a paludarium or an aquarium?
I think what were the options? Did you say paludarium?
Paludarium, terrarium.
Okay, so terrarium. I was gonna say like paludarium is just like an aquarium and terrarium, but a terrarium doesn't have water. So, like a paludarium would be the hardest because it's both of them. But a terrarium, I think, is the easiest by far. Especially when you're talking like aquascaping in a terrarium.
Yes.
Like, I think it's way easier with the spray foam and all the options you have.
Now, did you build yours from by hand? The background
Yep.
and everything? Nice.
Yep. So there's actually no background. It's just painted black.
Okay.
But like the divider, all that is spray foam.
Okay. Yeah, what I did with my bearded dragon ones, because I didn't want to build a big background, I just didn't want them to see the reflection. I just put up silicone and threw cocoa husks against it, and now they don't see their own reflection.
Yeah, I've got tons of cocoa husks. I've got all of that stuff just laying around.
So are all of your, or any of your reptiles in bioactive enclosures?
All of them. Well, yeah, all of them.
Wow, I like that. I like that a lot. So
Yep.
how do your isopods populate themselves, or do you have to keep buying some after a while?
Well, I have drawers of isopods, so I don't have to buy them.
I got drawers of dirt, and the isopods are gone. I don't know what happened.
Some of them, like, I don't know. Like, the colonies crash, which always sucks, but some of them I found are way more hardy than others.
Yeah, that dairy cow didn't do so good for me.
I think those are the ones that are doing well, and the giant. I don't remember the scientific names, though.
So my idea was, except for with my blue tongue skink, because she will eat them, is to breed them inside the reptile enclosure. And
Yeah,
try to get
that's what a lot of people
colony
do.
in there. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to try next, because keep them alive here and breeding them up here, where they tend to get maybe dried out because maybe I'm not as attentive as I should be, versus in there where I'm missing their enclosure all the time, feeding them, their extra water I'm just dumping, and so it gets a lot of moisture, whereas the isopods that I have in nice little containers, I took cute. I got a thumbs down again. Come on now, knock it off.
This girl. So I find, as far as growing them in the enclosure, the deeper the substrate, the easier it is.
Okay.
Because in my crested gecko, it's probably like 6 inches of substrate, and I've got dwarf white isopods in there.
Wow, and it goes substrate all the way down. So I built mine up with this like fake bottom.
Yep, I have that.
Okay, and then you have.
No, so I do. So it's like, yeah, and then like really, so it's like 2 inches of bio balls, and then like 5-6 inches of substrate.
Oh, okay.
But it's a 39-gallon tall, so I've got plenty of room to do that.
Wow, I want to build. I don't know what I call it. Let's just say you had a 75-gallon aquarium, and 3/4 of it was an actual aquarium. Then the next shelf would be plants. So obviously it would be aquascaped underneath, and then my plant wall. I want like a whole wall of plants growing
Like a
up.
living wall.
Yes, I want that a lot. I have a kind of a makeshift one here. It's just one strip. It's about 4 foot tall and maybe 2 foot wide. But I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if you're watching.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I was just looking at it, trying to figure out what everything is.
so I'm trying to now get the pump to pump the water up the top and sprinkle its way through. Problem is, it's not over a tank, so it'll just go down to the floor.
That's a good spot for it, I guess.
Oh my gosh, look at all the people in here. This is awesome. Kaylor says, I'm doing a bioactive for my Indonesian blue tongue skink, and I'm using all local isopods. Local like your backyard? Local? Like,
Yeah, I collect them out of my backyard too.
do you? So I don't know if it's different in Washington than it is here near, I'm right near Philadelphia. And I just think everything outside is polluted. That's just me.
So I should clarify. I get them from my parents' house, and they're out in nature. And I always look for different types and different patterns, all kinds of them out there.
Oh, cool. Oh, Marco's here. Hi, Marco from Italy. Oh, that is cool. And there's Rob93 in the house. Look at everybody in the house. They're all coming to see you, sir. Look at that. That's awesome.
Not me. They're here for you.
So yeah, we have black crickets outside. Oh well, if you listen, they're inside. They come in because,
This is why I don't do crickets.
oh my God, they're horrible. So I had the bright idea to save money. I was going to breed crickets.
Ugh.
Oh my God, what an epic fail. I can't even explain how horrid it was.
Like the smell?
Well, I got a lot of vermiculite, but how do you clean out vermiculite? Now I got all these tiny little pinhead crickets and all these crickets trying to move them over, but the vermiculite I gotta is like this is, and then they were so noisy, and then because I'm not always that graceful, as I was walking, I dumped it once, and it was like, oh my God, forget this. If I had a shed that was insulated, maybe, but what I find easier to breed is dubia roaches.
Oh yeah,
Love
there's
the dubia roaches.
those are amazing. Like crickets are easy to breed, but they're a hassle.
Ugh.
There's a lot of grunt work. It's easy, but there's a lot of grunt work. Dubias, it's just like, here, have my leftover dinner.
Yep, and it's just salad and fruits and whatever I have left over they get. And now, how do you harvest yours?
If I have some fish food that I feel like is getting old, then I just dump it all in there for them.
Oh wow, I never thought of that.
They eat anything.
I got some fish food that none of my fish will eat, not even the Oscar. I'm like, I'm gonna dump that. I was using
I
the.
just
Go ahead.
I basically just take an egg crate and just shake it into a cup, and then dump them in.
So I got 2-gallon buckets, 4 of them. The bottom one no holes. The next one up had tiny holes. The next one up had bigger holes and bigger. And I would dump them in here and shake, and then it's like the baby ones, and that lasted twice. And after that, I was like, it was too much work doing that.
It's way. I used to do that too.
It is so.
But
much
see,
work.
I only have maybe like 3 or 4 reptiles that eat it. So it's not hard for me to just dump them in a container and pick out the
Okay.
right size ones. If I had like a whole farm of reptiles, then I would have to do some kind of sifting system like that.
So what reptiles do you have?
Oh, geez. Not very many. The crested gecko, a Madagascar day gecko, the Suluwise water skink, Jimmy's Mata turtle,
That's so
the
cool.
mini musk turtles, and that might be all.
And all
But I
those
feel
are
like-
turtles
oh.
you got from Corey?
Yeah. And I have my ribbed newts as well.
Those are so awesome. So now that you closed on the pond, are you bringing them in?
Oh, yeah, they're inside now.
Ah.
They're just happy as clams living in a 40 breeder.
And what do you have
And
in
it's
this
got-
40-gallon breeder? Water?
Yeah, it's about as basic as they get. So it was an aquarium. It's been empty for a while, but still had like all the water. So I just dropped the water. There's about 5 inches of water, and I just took all the substrate, moved it to one side. So now there's like a hill, so they can get out of the water. And then it's just all my fake reptile plants and twigs and stuff.
So
It's
they're
very
not
basic.
totally aquatic.
No, none of them are.
I don't
Well,
have newts.
some
I
of
have
them are, but-
axolotls. It's a close, but
Yeah. So newts, the rib newts, they actually only go in the water to breed, and they get. You can tell when they're ready because their tails get like the I forget what it's called, but they get like the spike on it to help them swim,
okay.
like a sail. I forget there's a word for it. Somebody probably knows it. But then when they're ready to stop breeding, that goes away, and that's when I move them in.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I like the axolotls. They're totally aquatic. Easy. I did try to breed them, but then I realized the first attempt didn't work. And I'm kind of glad because I think it'd be just as hard to take care of axolotl babies as like if I was breeding bettas. I would need like 100 different containers and I'd need to separate them or...
It'd be like goldfish,
Yeah. Exactly.
and they
that's-
poop like goldfish.
Yeah. At least my goldfish, though, as they grow up, I can keep them together. Those things is like, oh my God. They'd snap at each other. One was missing a hand. You know, it grew back, but it's like they don't do it to be mean. They just don't. I don't think they see well, and they just snap at whatever they think is food.
Yeah, that's actually I find that to be the same as the mini musk turtles. I don't know if, like, I do have some where they're missing eyes due to some bad husbandry.
Right.
Put in a fish that Didn't know, but it started pecking at their eyes.
Oh my goodness.
Didn't notice till it was too late. But they're the same way. They just kind of snap at food, and sometimes they'll catch a leg of another turtle. So I have to like spread it out, make sure they're all spread out.
Now, is there a difference between the mini musk turtle and the eastern musk? Or are they the one and the same?
I would assume so, but to be honest, I'm not a turtle expert.
Right.
Like this is the first. I had a turtle last year, first turtle ever,
Awesome.
and now I got more turtles this year.
I love the musk because they stay tiny. They stay small. They got attitude. They're always trying to catch. And my musk is almost 100% aquatic. He has a basking station. He doesn't really go out and bask, but
Yeah, I've never seen mine come out of the water
No.
ever. I think they only do Corey's only come out when they're breeding. So
okay.
I think that's the
Mine
only
in
time.
Pennsylvania, I'm only allowed to be in possession of one musk turtle.
Really?
Yeah, that sucks. And one eastern painted turtle.
So you probably have those in the wild there
We do.
already. So it's not like if one gets away, you're screwed.
But if
They're
I
already
catch
there.
one, I can only have in possession one. Now, I don't even know during all this, especially with all this house arrest, if there's actually turtle police out there coming to people's houses. But
I don't think there is anyways. The problem with us is that we're on YouTube.
exactly.
So if we have something we're supposed to have, these people that leave the thumb down, it's be the same people that report us.
Ah. They're pretty nasty, those people.
Someone's always angry about something.
Yeah, it's like you can't even say everything right, but that's right.
It's like I've got a new supplier that will send me like dwarf snakeheads. And that would be so awesome. But obviously
Yeah.
they're illegal.
Oh,
So it's like I can't. And I know if I did, at some point, like in the reflection of like three
somebody would
tanks.
see it. Yep.
Yeah. And they're only like $3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ender says, am I not turtle enough for the turtle club? What? I can't read the chat because I get in there mid-sentence and I don't know, mid-conversation. I don't know what's going on.
I just messaged the turtle girl. I'm like, hey, can I do this? What should I do with this? Here's my setup. What kind of turtle should I get?
She's like growing up on YouTube. That is so cool.
I know, it's crazy.
Like
I
from
can't
the
believe it.
beginning is like, what? And especially because she was doing a project at school and that was a YouTube. It's like, this is awesome, man. I have, because I watch some bird channels too. And there's this one girl who's really good with training birds. She's about the same age. And she started off very, very young. And she's just very informative. And it's just amazing. Like, I'm listening to this 12-year-old, like, and what next? And what? That's awesome.
I remember I met her before. Like, her parents used to not want her to go on YouTube, like, actually show herself. And when I met him, I was talking to her dad, and I'm like, you know, maybe let her try it. I don't remember what I said, but I might have talked him into it. I'm not going to take credit for it, though. But
That is so cool. I love my turtles. I have a few. Because I got the tortoises and I got the aquatic turtles and I just love them. I just did a video because we had pumpkins, so we smashed a couple pumpkins. They just absolutely love the pumpkins, and I love smashing them. So
I wish if I lived somewhere where, like, I don't know, Florida, Arizona, I would get a tortoise, like, today.
like one of the big ones, like the sulcatas.
Not even a big one. It's just even like the redfoot
Yeah.
or the cherry head.
Yeah.
It still takes a pretty big enclosure inside.
Yeah, I have a cherry head. His name's Bruce Wayne. He's got a little Batman on his one scoot in the back. It's just awesome, like this Batman signal. And right now he's going on 2 years old. So I got a 40-gallon breeder, but I'm gonna have to build something that's like 6 foot long, 2 foot wide, and for the indoors. Outdoors, he's got a huge enclosure, but it's not outdoors now. It's cold. I don't know if, oh, are you there? Well, you froze, but at least you froze with a good face on. So that's pretty cool. I want to get my first fish a betta with a 3.5-gallon tank. That is awesome, Darkness Stolen. There's a lot of good videos out there for starting up your first betta tank. Make sure you do some of your research first. I don't like to preach, but it's kind of important you just don't plop and drop them in, you know, a 2.5-gallon thing or a 3.5-gallon thing of water and let it go. So there's some really good videos on cycling a tank and getting it ready for your betta.
Am I back?
Oh, you're back! You
Hey,
froze,
so
but you had a good
anyways.
face. You had a good face on. It wasn't like...
So what I was saying is that for me, when I think about getting reptiles, all I can think of how much my energy bill is going to go up. the heat bulbs, all the
my God.
lighting.
I hate to even say mine's a little over 500 now.
A month?
Yeah.
Oh,
Got caught in my throat, man.
jeez.
Now, I did just put in a linear piston air pump. So at least I got like 15 pumps unplugged. That was good. They don't draw a whole lot, though. My next goal is somehow or another to get these heaters unplugged. Because with about
That's
40
the big
or 50
one.
tanks. Now, Greg Jones was working with me on how to do that. But in order to do that, he's like, well, raise your bottom tanks up about 4 inches, and then we'll put... And I got these 40 breeder racks in here that it's a tight fit. I would have to tear down the whole
Yep.
wall. I got 10 40 breeders on this wall. I'm like, oh, the lights just went out. Let's see.
That's
that?
that's
All
in
lights
my. Oh yeah. You have to rebuild all that.
and that's why I was like, well, I don't want to. Or I guess I could have the PVC just running in front of the tank, but I don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah, I mean you could paint it black, but it doesn't. But I think we want it under it, obviously, because the heat goes up.
exactly, and there's not a whole lot of space. I built it so close to the floor, you know, so that I could get 2 on a rack, and
Yeah, I did the same thing.
I want to replace my 55s with 75s or 90s, and I want to start going bigger. But
Yep,
I can't. I don't
that's
have any
what I'm
space
doing.
to do more. So I'm like,
Nothing under 20 gallons is my new rule.
wow, I like that. Mine is nothing on the floor, nothing like at my knee level, because I'm just unless it's a look down fish like the axolotls. They're cute down there, and they're very little maintenance. That's about it. Because I got to tell you, I got some fish down here. I don't get on the floor and look at them.
Oh, I gotta say, I do have a carpet python, but it is not in my possession. Dragon Lair has it, actually. He reminded me because he's in chat right now.
Oh, that's
So I sent
exciting.
I have an Irian Jaya carpet python that I sent to him because he has a male. And we're gonna try to breed.
Ooh,
I say
that's
we, but really he's doing all the work.
That's exciting. And you have the female.
Yeah.
I love Dragon Lair. He's always got good information. Fish.
Yeah, so hopefully next year we'll have some little baby snakes.
That would be cool. I want a snake so badly, but my John has a problem with how they eat and what they eat. And so then I thought, okay, I'll do a Western hognose. That would be awesome, because, you know, but then I don't think I could feed a Western hognose baby toads. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I keep toads in amphibians, so yeah, that's not going to happen. So for right now, and that is my dream snake, a Western hognose. But, and I can have it in my state, but.
Yeah, like me, I love the Asian vine snake, but they eat lizards, so I can never do that.
Oh, yeah.
There are some water snakes that eat like guppies and stuff, so I'm like, I could do that.
I could do that. Prolifically, I could do that.
Yeah, but there's like, I think like the rough green snake will eat fish,
Oh,
and I think they're just out of Florida.
JH says, when we first got the Russian tortoise, the constant bumps and scraping was unnerving. Do you have it in a glass aquarium? That might be why. You got to get one of those big cement mixer tubs. or one of those Home Depot big black. It works
I
so
love
much
those stuff.
better. Or the under the bed where people hide their like things. Those things are like 5 feet
Hey, nobody's
long.
supposed to know about what's under my bed.
That's funny. Oh, my ball ate his first adult mouse last week. Oh, Bob, did you video that? If you did, I think I missed it. I would have watched that. I was so jealous when Dee from down the wormhole got her first snake. I think the first one she got was a king. I think. Oh,
So Priscilla says, but guppies are cute too. So there's a difference of dropping like an anole into a tank versus dropping a snake into a tank with 200 guppies.
yeah,
Like it could go to town, I wouldn't even notice.
right. Well, just like my pea puffer. Like, I like snails. Or my spotted puffer. Or my Fahaka puffer. I love snails, but you know what? So do they. Garter snakes. Oh, that would be cool. A garter snake because they have live births, right?
And they're everywhere.
Yeah. We used to get paid as kids 25 cents for every garter snake that we could bring to our neighbor. Because she had like
Really?
Yep. And my brother and I would catch garter snakes all the time. And
I used to see how many I could catch in a day. That's all I do with my summers is try to beat how many I caught the day before.
Wow. So what kind of poisonous snakes do you have out in your area? Or venomous?
Just rattlesnakes. And not even really on my side of the mountains.
Okay.
so
We
I've
have
got-
copperheads here.
We have timber rattlesnakes. And we also have a boa constrictor here, actually.
Like one?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
It's like, I believe it's the smallest species. It's the rubber boa.
Okay. Wow.
And they're really cool. They get about 3 feet long. They're jet black. And they're, I'm not going to say they're skittish, but they're really good at hiding. But they will let you pick them up. And then they'll just wrap around your neck to stay warm.
Wow.
Like if you just put it on your arm, it'll slide up to and wrap around your neck just to stay warm.
But it won't constrict.
Nope.
That
Well,
would
I
be
mean-
a fear of mine. Like,
I mean, if a 3-foot snake tried that with me, it's gonna have a bad time. But if like a reticulated python did that, then I'm gonna have a bad time.
oh yeah, those things are amazing. What's that? I watched this one guy, Brian Barchak.
Yeah.
That his name. He's
Brian
got one of
something.
those. Yeah, he's got. So I got some questions
those,
here.
Oh,
A
uh-oh.
fish question. But not necessarily. I got a fish question. Yeah. What made you start into the hobby? Like into the hobby, not like, oh, I had guppies growing up. Like, although that could be it, but
I was pretty much a hardcore from the start
wow.
as a kid. I mean, it started with reptiles. And then I talked about this the other day. It's so funny. So it started with reptiles, and then my parents introduced me. Like, obviously, I knew my uncle, but I never went over there. And then one time they took me over there in his basement. He had just tons of fish tanks, and so that's kind of when I made the transition into aquariums.
Ah, but you still had your reptiles.
And that was like when I was 10 years old. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always had both.
So why is your fish channel? I guess because it's a fish channel. Why isn't it more reptiles? Why didn't you start off with reptiles? Something you knew a lot about.
When I started my channel, I actually didn't have any reptiles.
Oh.
So that's probably why. And then every time I showed reptile videos, YouTube would punish me for months.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. Because I really wanted to, I figured I'm such a small channel, it wouldn't matter if I stretch out to aquatics and exotics. But even my small momentum that I get going stops.
Yeah, and even when I had like, this was like just a couple thousand subscribers, and I was talking to Corey, he's like, well, you're small enough now that you could change it to Steenfott Aquatics. And I just never did because I already had the sweet logo.
Yeah.
I didn't want to redo it. And I don't know. I'm kind of glad I did, but at the same time, not really. But I think there's still a way to do it. I just haven't found out yet. Because if you look at like Stupid Design, he does both. I mean, yeah, his quality is like
I know.
way up there, but still.
He's amazing, man. Oh my gosh. That's another one that I watch when I watch his videos. I watch every second, every minute, especially his how-tos.
Yeah, I kind of had to change the way I look at YouTube once I quit my job and started doing this full time. Because Bob says, I love when Bob does reptiles, and then he says, I show whatever I want or whatever I'm asked to.
Yeah.
Like when I start a job, I would do that, no problem. If the video doesn't do well, who cares?
Right.
Not too much rides on it.
So was
So I
there
gotta
like
play
a
the game.
goal that you set for yourself to make this your full-time gig? Or you just had it
really.
at work?
Not really. Not when I started. Probably a couple years into it, that was the goal. And I gave my notice at work like every 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm about ready to quit. And I did that for like 2 years.
Wow.
I'm like, this is the month. I'm going to be gone.
And you never left.
But I'm too loyal. No, I'm too loyal. I could stay.
Did they ever call you to come back?
They called me to come back and offered a hefty raise. But I still said no.
Nice. Do you regret anything ever doing that?
Heck no.
Nice.
I mean, I took a massive pay cut, but I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. Can't put a price on freedom.
Wow. I'm so jelly. Oh my God. That would be like... Oh, someday. Maybe someday. But I knew that like aquatics and exotics is a kind of nice match. And even then it's a stretch. But now with the plants, I can't even like tie it in except for with pothos growing out of top of a plant. So
Well,
I figured
and you
I
know
would just
what's
start.
weird is that Corey sat down and did like all the research, and the most common thing that people click on after aquarium videos are reptile videos. And it's super high. It's like 50%.
Wow.
But somehow, if you show reptiles, it doesn't do well.
Unless you're a reptile channel and you have the
Exactly.
reptile audience. And
But
you
it's
have
the same
right-
way over there, right? You
Yeah.
see the reptile channels, and then maybe they'll show like an aquarium, and it's just like,
Yeah, like some of my plant channels, they got this gorgeous aquarium. I'm like, she won't even talk about it. She doesn't even slow the camera down in front of it. It's like, come on. So maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree, but I'm just gonna keep doing it because I figure I'm so small. What's the harm? It's not like my people that absolutely support me. They're gonna support me no matter what.
exactly.
And then somebody said, well, why don't you just be a pet tuber? I got insulted.
Well, we are pet tutors.
I don't know if too many people
I mean,
look
I don't
at
like
us
the
that
term.
way.
I don't like the term as much as as anyone else, but what we have are pets.
True. But the pet tubers, I think they do things differently. Like when they're having a meetup, they charge people entrance. When we're having a meetup, we're just telling everybody, come, just come.
Yeah, I don't know much about that scene. We don't have very many meetups in the Northwest.
There's no meetups anymore, that's for sure. Oh my gosh. Gotta change that one real quick. So, ponds. Let's talk about ponds, because it seems like you got a way to have your cake and eat it too.
I gotta back the train up a little.
Yeah.
I want to know about the questions you were told not to ask me.
Oh, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see here. Let's see. Stop.
So, when you think about that, Curtis says, Bob, would it be too much work to start another channel to do reptiles? Yes.
Yeah, my gosh.
I'm already starting 2 other channels.
You have a gaming channel, right?
Kind of. Today's the last day of that channel.
Okay. And what's your other
No
one?
more after today. I have my car channel, and tomorrow I'm starting an outdoor channel.
Oh, that's right. You just started. You just got a old beater, right? Or you
A
had
couple
it?
of them.
Okay, nice. Outdoor channel. See, I look at YouTube, and in the scheme of YouTube, there's so many things that are so much larger than aquariums. So much. Like,
Oh yeah.
aquariums are like this big in the scheme of YouTube. So that's why I was like, if I want this to ever be my, and for me, I just started keeping fish like 3 years ago. Nobody's coming to my channel for how to. Nobody's coming to my channel for my knowledge and my grand experience because I'm learning. My channel is more about like, oop, that didn't work. Like, so it's not that.
Yeah, that's how people were. They're learning with you.
They are absolutely learning with me. And it does get the beginners, that's for sure, which is pretty cool. But I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know. I just keep plugging away. I just keep plugging away. Sooner or later, I keep plugging, either it's gonna work or I'm gonna be like knocked over. You know what I mean?
Well, in time, anyone can be successful on YouTube.
In time, yeah. Yeah,
I mean, I've been here for 5 years, and finally,
Yeah. Well, that's good then. That's good to know. And I think I started off right. 2 videos a week, no matter what. I just kept doing 2 videos a week, only doing videos of what I knew about. So obviously everything
it
was about
changes all
beginners.
the time. As far as what's best, I mean, there used to be daily videos used to be best. Now, like weekly videos are better. Who knows? Then it was like 5-minute videos are best, and it was like 15-minute videos are best. And the algorithm changes like every other day.
That's true. That's crazy. But I keep doing it. And ponds, I had such a blast building my pond and the summer tubs, but this year I'm like, it was more work trying to get the fry out than it was worth enjoying. Like, it was horrible. It was like, and I don't know if I was doing something wrong, but watching some other people, I think we're all doing it the same way. That part was so not fun. It was more not fun than it was all summer enjoying it.
So there's definitely things with tubs that you have to do to make it easier when it comes to training and taking out fry, which Danny and I did not do, and that's what we spent last week doing, breaking down tubs. Granted, she did a lot more of it than I did because she lives there, but yeah, it's not, the takedown's not very fun, but we're gonna make it so it's gonna be way easier next year.
Like what are you doing different?
So bulkheads, because the majority of the issues is just draining it, like hardscape. So we're gonna be a little bit more, I don't know how I want to say this, thoughtful when doing the hardscape next year. Like, no big rocks. Those are a pain to take out. Wood's all right. No large rocks. And then also, I want to build the ponds up off the ground and put bulkheads. And then on the inside, run a pipe and open it with like a sponge filter over it, so that when we open the bulkhead, like you don't suck out any fry.
Oh,
And see how that goes.
that sounds better. My idea was to not breed fish and just try to propagate plants.
I mean, whichever. We ended up killing all our fry because we waited too long.
Yeah.
But we have like yellow rainbows in 50-degree ponds right now,
Wow.
just living just fine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you really can find out what fish are tolerant of. I feel like it's a little too cut and dry, like 70 degrees tropical,
Yeah.
but like down in Peru, it gets down to like 60 degrees. So there's got to be more leeway there.
So are those the only fry that you have?
We got corridor fry,
Oh.
and then what else? There was white clouds, cherry shrimp, orange shrimp. That might have been it.
Cherry shrimp.
We
that would
added-
be nice.
Yeah, we added Pseudomygil luminatus, but it wasn't until like mid-August, so not enough time for them to breed.
Yeah, we had about 4 or 5 major floods. So those little holes that I drilled on the sides of the tubs did nothing. I lost a lot of fry. I lost a lot of duckweed, thank goodness. But I lost a lot. But when I lost all that duckweed, in came the hair algae. So it was like, and then when I scooped out all my fry, I was like, where are all my platies? Like, I had the most gorgeous royal blue Mickey Mouse platies that I was like, this is it. This is going to be my fish. I'm breeding. I'm going to build up such a colony. I don't think I got any. None. Ooh, I got a super chat, though. Tater
What?
salad. Love the name.
Ooh.
I got 20 DKKs. I'm not going to pretend like I know what that is.
I just call them dollars every time.
When you make reptile content, I click immediately. Are you talking about me or Bob? Doesn't matter.
You, it's your channel.
That's good to know, though. That's very good to know. Because I do want to do more, especially on my blue-tongued skink. My bearded dragons are like love bugs. Especially I got a silkback one that has no scales. So he's just so cuddly. He's just so cuddly and lovey and just wants to, walk around on me all day. Except for
I don't like the
parrot.
silkies.
Huh?
I don't like the silkies.
I didn't like them. I thought they were inhumane to breed until I walked in the store and I'm like, what is he doing? Like, they didn't even have the heater on. So I snatched them up real quick and
Yeah.
love them. But no, I would never encourage that because I have to give this guy a bath like 3 or 4 times a week. And when we're done, I've got this like beeswax stuff I put all over him. He's in a perpetual state of shed. It's
Yep.
like, oh my gosh, he's lost his tip of his tail when he was little because they were only giving him like a bath once a week. It's very high maintenance. Very
Their
high
skin is
maintenance.
so fragile.
Oh, so fragile. So fragile. So I got to be careful even with the hornworms. Like, and some of the super worms. I got to, like, knock them out. Like,
Hitting him over the head with a hammer.
Yes. Is that horrible?
That could get kind of gross with hornworms.
It is disgusting with hornworms.
Those things like squirt and like just skyrocket.
The worst is my Chinese water dragon. When she gets a hornworm, for everything else she'll eat very daintily. She gets that and she just whips it back and forth and it just like splatters. I'm like, oh,
They explode.
oh, this is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. 80 watching.
So-
What?
What's up with
high
these
for me.
questions? The questions you weren't supposed to ask.
The pond. I want to talk about the pond. How did that come about? Because I know you wanted ponds, you wanted tubs, you didn't have space.
This doesn't sound like a question you weren't supposed to ask me. So I'm going to tell everyone right now, before the stream, she was told not to ask questions because I hate everything.
No, that's not what I said. I said stay away from the things that you don't like. Because there's a lot of them. We could talk about pie. Now, this is respect to you, Bob, this black background here. Because you
All
do
right.
know that we have a Steenfott Blue that I actually
I
put
know.
that label up in a store. I put the label up over the blue and said Steenfott Blue. Just so I could take a picture of it, and I left it there.
Nice.
People are probably like, what's that? Steenfott? What?
I know.
But yeah, but I think you're right. God, I hate saying that, but this actually looks so much better because there's so many flaws that I'm not seeing in here. Whereas,
Right?
yeah. Yeah,
I'm telling you. Once you go black, you never go back.
I've heard that. Got another super chat. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Woo.
Priscilla, love you, girl. $5 super chat saying great stream. New mic for Bob. But I got the money. Sorry, Bob.
Yeah, and it's not my mic. Haha, joke's on you.
Oh! I got another super chat. Holy cow, this is crazy. I'm going to cry.
This is
I
a
never
pink
get
one.
this. This is amazing. at this, Lisa. I think I know. $50 super chat. Happy early birthday, Susie. Wow, Lisa, that is so amazing. What? Oh, wow. Thank you so much, everybody. This is awesome. And don't make fun of me.
I'm not. I'm excited. I do that when I'm excited.
I do this all the time, like especially when food's delivered. Oh, so bad. I had a.
Well, we have that in common.
Love food, man. But don't you eat healthy? Aren't you always eating and drinking healthy?
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't be this fat if I was eating healthy all the time. I eat healthy a lot, but I also eat unhealthy a lot.
Yeah.
I just eat a lot.
Oh. Somebody had a sparrowhawk, Chevy, had a sparrowhawk that would spray blood and fur all over. It was so gross every feeding time. That's kind of pretty cool, but.
It's like the horny toad lizards that squirt blood out of their eyes.
Ew, I've seen videos. Ew. Joseph, he could say you couldn't stay in the water scening for more than 30 minutes. See, I don't know what that means. That's why
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
don't
stay
know
away. That's why I gotta stay away from the stream. No, but I do want to talk, like, how did you find your neighbor? I guess your neighbor, you know her? Is she like down the street, neighbor, the pond, the tubs?
Oh, you're talking about Danny?
Yeah.
She bought fish off my website, and since she was local, she did local pickup,
Oh,
and then just over time.
that is awesome. It's like having your cake and eating it too. That is like awesome. But did you do any of the work for it?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, you say you were just taking. Well, I guess there's not really a whole lot of work to do with maintaining summer tubs. At least mine they kind of feed themselves.
I didn't do anything. I mean, I drop food in there every couple days on my tubs, because I have tubs in my backyard too.
Oh, nice. Is that where the rainbows are?
No, those are up at her house.
What are
But
we
I mean, I have Radinocentrus ornatus outside still, which are rainbows.
So for your website, are you planning on breeding your own fish eventually? Like starting your own
Yes.
colonies and starting to breed and
Yep.
that will
And then
be
eventually
really
I'll
exciting.
only sell fish that I breed myself.
So once you have all these tanks and breeding that you're setting up, if it gets too big, are you ever thinking about getting a storefront?
No,
No.
no. I don't want to deal with the public.
Very
I mean,
smart.
I kind of want a storefront just to be snarky to the public. Like the customer is always wrong. And I want to start, and then I would charge people for admission. You want to come in my store? You got to pay. No looky-loos.
That's not far off from what my dream is. So I want to have my aquariums and my reptiles, but more of a display, right? My miniatures, I make dollhouse furniture, so more of a museum-like. Would there be a small area for like gifts and stuff and how-tos and workshops? Yes, but you got to pay to get in. But basically, it would just get all my amazing hobbies that take up 90% of my home space. Want to get somewhere else?
See, there's a restaurant in Vegas, and their little gimmick is the waitresses are rude to you. And I would be that fish store. It's not that I'd be
I've seen
rude. I
that.
just wouldn't take any crap.
Yeah, I've seen some horrendous things, so I get that.
Yeah, I
do get
spent
that.
over 10 years in retail. I don't need to go back to that.
It makes me want to not work for the man, that's for sure. At all. So,
Never.
yeah, I don't blame you, man. That is awesome. It's a dream of mine. It's an absolute dream of mine. So, I think it's safe to say that your favorite fish are rainbows, right? Not
Correct.
any one particular. If you took rainbows off the table, what would be a couple of your favorite fish?
Corridores and epistogrammus.
I've seen what you're doing with those apistos. I like that. The triple reds?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen those in the stores around here. At least not my stores when I go in.
Yeah. Outside of like, I mean, the co-op has them here, but any other local fish store, you don't really see many apistos
Right.
because they're so expensive.
I think we had just regular apistos. I want to say, do they have yellow ones? I don't know. A pair of them were $50. And I'm like,
Yep.
so what if I get them home and I don't know what I'm doing? Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Well, that's the nice thing about apistos is they're really easy to keep. So it's not.
That's what they said
I mean,
about
obviously.
rams. And I seem to kill them.
Well, I don't know who says that about rams. I would say that about Bolivian rams. But I don't know that I would say that about like electric blues and stuff.
Okay. Oh, they got your store name already.
Huh?
The BS store.
Oh, yeah. BS fish store. When I would get in trouble at school and I had to sign like for detention, I would always initial it BS.
That is great. Wow. See, he's making apistos great again. That's right, Curtis. Making apistos.
Yep, trying.
No tubs in the
They used to be
garage.
really popular like 10 years ago.
They're popular in I belong to the Bucks County Aquarium Society. They're very popular there. There's a lot of people, but I don't know where they get them.
Yeah, I feel like once you get like aquarium club level, they're very popular. But like you're never gonna see them in like a Petco or a PetSmart or any smaller chains.
Wow. I think Priscilla agrees with you that you don't belong in the public. I think she said that. Okay, I made some of that up.
I was gonna say I'm in the public every day.
She says, I agree 100% running a fish store. It takes patience. Lots of patience.
See, the thing I like about retail now is that I don't work for them. So when I see a customer getting all angry and screaming, I go and scream at the customer.
Oh my God.
They can't fire me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my kids own a business. And during this house arrest period, they're used to now kind of like giving them, they sell vinyl for people who make shirts. So they're handing them out, they can drive by pickup. And he's like, I don't know if I want to open the store again. This is nice.
I know. That's like a lot of the restaurants here. Like
Yeah.
they can't open up, but they're refusing to. They're like, nobody's wasting time sitting at our tables, and
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
There's a lot of changes that have happened that, so said you could tell you stories. Yeah, and Lisa agrees too. That's a tough one. How is the tank doing of Bob Steenfott's friend who bought the house with it? All on Tanks is asking you that.
Yeah, it's very specific. I'm glad
right?
you're one of the few people that watched that video. It's doing really great. I think we've lost one Petra, and that's it.
Oh.
Yeah, so a buddy of mine bought a new house, and they left a custom fish tank, where part of it's like built into the wall,
Right.
and yeah, so I helped him stock it.
That's cool.
That was a while ago. Surprised anyone remembers.
So we have these people that moved out about 2 years ago, probably about 5 miles from me. They were called backyard tortoises. They document a lot, but they go to local fish stores. They go to children's events, like they, educate on. Oh, they have all different reptiles. He builds all his own stuff. Now, when they were moving out, I was trying to get my John to, like, just as is. Like, they already had ponds dug into their yard, wall-to-wall shelving in their Florida room for reptile enclosure. I'm like, how great would that be just to walk in and your house was already set up to have a fish room and a reptile room? And wow, I would love that.
I know. That's like, Corey bought a new house, and he's got his old house. I'm like, man, I wish I could afford to buy that.
Oh, that would be awesome. Well, Bob, I can't. Oh man, I didn't get to these questions that I wasn't supposed to ask you, and we ran out of time.
And to be fair, I don't hate pie. I've never had it. I don't know if I hate it.
You've never even tried it?
No.
Well, how can you not like something if you didn't try it?
I don't like dog poop, and I've never had that either.
You've never had
I don't.
dog
Either,
food. I don't.
I don't
believe you.
know. I said dog poop.
Oh.
Poop. I don't need to eat dog poop to know that I'm not gonna like the taste of it.
Wow, that's a good comparison. Not.
I have had good dog food though.
I've had good dog food. I've had good cat food too. It's like, how is this cat food taste decent? Like, no wonder old people go and get it. Never mind.
Bacon strip used to be pretty good, but I think they changed the formula a couple years ago.
Oh. Well, I can't thank you enough. I had a blast. I had an absolute blast. And my software didn't crap out on me. That was awesome.
There you go.
And you really are like an inspiration to a lot of people, even though you're like, mate, you are. Oh, and guys, I want to thank you all for the super chats and the birthday chats and the birthday. That's just so sweet. So sweet. I really
happy
appreciate
birthday.
it. Thank you. I turned in 61. Like, what?
Wow.
How did that happen? 61.
You don't look it.
That's like old people, 61. Like,
I just turned 40 and I feel old.
yeah.
I'm old people.
I'm trying to figure out how to use that, like in my fish keeping channel, like for old people, for grannies. Come on over.
I mean, how many grannies have fish rooms? Let's be real. Like 3?
Yeah, I guess that's not a big sect there, huh?
Yeah, I think that's a little too narrow of a niche.
A little too narrow. Well, is there anything you want to say to anybody before I play my theme song in full?
No, I just can't wait to get this song stuck in my head.
Yay, that's what I'm looking for. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you next week.
Later.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey everybody, it's Susie Q, so come along with me. Said